This week, I'm embarking on a quest for photographic perfection and capturing one last sunrise. Join me as I revisit one of my favourite subjects from 2023, aiming to achieve the stunning results I've always dreamt of. Hello and welcome to another video. I came out here for one of my last sunrises before September. The clocks have gone forward, so it's getting too early to get out from morning golden hour. I think it's best though to start this video from about 12 hours ago. Before I even think about getting out for sunrise, I've got to make sure my bag is ready, my camera's ready, that I've got everything I want, because I'll be up and out early tomorrow. I want to get out the door for around 4 o'clock in the morning, so I do not want to be messing around having to get my bag sorted. Always do that the night before. So camera first things first. I'm going to be doing some long exposures. So I've already got my step-up ring, my magnetic adapter and my magnetic lens cap on. Let's make sure, yeah, battery and SD card both already in the camera. Make sure the camera's turned off as well. The camera was actually turned on. I want to make sure that the battery doesn't run flat overnight. What else are we looking for? We're thinking about lenses, 100 to 400 millimeter. Am I going to need it for this location we're heading out to? I don't think I am. I'm going to take that, put that out of the bag, put that to one side. I've got my microphone. Well, I'm using my microphone to record this, but I've been making sure this microphone goes in here, goes in this nice little plush bag. I'll do a little review on this, and then it comes onto the filming camera. I think it's a difficult one. I hate filming during sunrise because there's such little light. And then you've got blue hour, real false advertising there, isn't it? It's not an hour long, it's blue 20 minutes. So I can film on this, my little action camera. The trouble is, letting light in is terrible. Shooting this in low light conditions is terrible. So what I might do, I might shoot on my camera phone. I've got my ball head mount here as well, because of course I'll be shooting long exposure, so I'll need the tripod. Currently using the tripod to film this little segment. I've got my old CPL filter in my bag. This is why I always sort my bag out before I go anywhere. And I've got my other filters, my Kent Faith filters. Yeah, got everything that I'm going to need. What else am I missing? Batteries, spare camera batteries, might want those. Spare batteries for my filming camera. I'm going to go charge these up right now. And then on the way back, I thought I'd just grab these two little bits. Of course, I'll make sure I put my batteries in the bag before I head out. But I've got my little light box, so that if I want to do any filming and it's dark, this should hopefully light up my face, give me a nice amount of light. And then I've got this little lens. I'm thinking if I don't use my action camera for filming, if I don't use my camera phone for filming, I might well use this. I might actually use my camera for a change. I think the best lens for filming on this is this, my 50mm f1.8. Not sure where the lens cap's gone. It's really annoying. Lens caps, they're so easy to lose, so annoying to have to replace. And one last thing before I get ready is, of course, the most simple. I'm going to leave my bag open. Too many times I went in the early days when I'd go out with the camera, I'll close the bag up the night before and then I'll just grab the bag and head out. It just gives me that extra kind of checklist in the morning. It allows me just to double check the bag, make sure that I've got everything before I head off. I think it's about 4 o'clock here at the moment. I'm currently using my phone to film this. I don't know the time, but it's currently about 4 o'clock. A couple of hours time, I'll have my dinner. I'll get to bed about 8 o'clock and I can get up for about 3 o'clock in the morning. All good fun. Getting up early in the morning is no picnic, even for sunrise photography. I try to get to a location an hour early so I can scout compositions and be prepared for any gorgeous light. When you factor in the journey and getting ready to head out, a 3 AM alarm is just too much. Instead, as we head into the longer days of the year, I can turn my focus to sunsets and other forms of photography, at least until September, when I can start to enjoy those quiet mornings all over again. But for now, as mentioned, let's get out, enjoy one last sunrise of the season, and see if I can get that perfect image I've long wanted. where I'm filming at the moment. The road that I've just walked up might be familiar to you if you've watched one of my previous videos. But where we are today, this type of shot that I'm going to be going out to get, it happens so rarely. It barely happens. See, to capture it in the first place, I need everything. I need all the elements to come together just perfectly. I need the tide to be at a nice height. I need high tide effectively, but I need the right high tide, as I'll explain in a little while. I need sunrise, a perfect sunrise. And the weird thing is, the annoying thing is, for where we are today, this type of shot that I'm going to be going out to get, it happens so rarely. It barely happens. Those two elements that I've just spoken about, they rarely align just how I want them to. And I think if this doesn't work out today, I've got one opportunity over the next 4 months on the 1st of July to get back out here and get a similar type of effort, which instead will be at sunset. So whilst I'm trying to get the perfect shot today, if I don't, it's not the end of the world. But if I do manage to grab it, it will make my year. As you can see, I've come out to this stunning wreck in the river. I've only been out here the once, back in October, when for me, I grabbed what is the perfect long exposure. It's just beautiful how it sits in the river at high tide. Now, if you didn't watch that video back in October, you'd have missed how excited I was when I got out to this particular spot. But the trouble with this as a long exposure is the fact that you need a high tide. You need the perfect high tide because, of course, you want the boat, you want the wreck surrounded, enveloped by the water as a whole, by the river. Of course, there's other occasions where this wreck is at high tide during sunrise. On those occasions, the tide doesn't actually come in enough. It only comes in about 4 meters on those occasions, which means when I came here in the past, that 4 meters, it doesn't actually surround the wreck like it does now. You've actually got to come here when the high tide is over 5 meters, like what it is now. I'm not going to be doing too many more sunrises. I think this is going to be the last one. As I've said, I had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to get out here today. And it's well worth it, it really is. Sunrise is at 6 o'clock. I'm currently filming on my phone to make sure I get the best light for filming this piece. But I think sunrise in about 15, 20 minutes. I'm kind of just keeping an eye out. We've got some lovely soft cloud over to the right. Kind of want some of that. So hopefully, I'm hoping when the sun really starts to come up, we're going to be treated to an absolute light show. I kind of regard this as the perfect shot in a way. The foreground element, we've got the wreck. In terms of an atmosphere, we're going for a long exposure. You can't not go for a long exposure. This time of the day with so little light, don't even have to worry about an ND filter. If you want to do long exposures, I've talked about long exposures a lot this last couple of weeks. If you want to get into long exposures and you want to save yourself money completely, get out at this time of the day. I'm going to have to get on and focus on taking some amazing shots. Fingers crossed I'll get some amazing shots. It's never a guarantee until I'm back home in Lightroom, but I'm going to focus on getting the shots. But hopefully I'll have something to share in just a second. And that brings the last sunrise to a close. Was I happy with what I was able to capture? I'll have to wait and see, won't I? You know, you've seen them on screen. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. I won't know until I get home and review them on Lightroom. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hit that subscribe button, it'd be really appreciated. Of course, it helps me out a little bit with the algorithm. But you take care. I'll see you on the next one, wherever that may be. It's bye from me.